gotta clean that bell housing out. In the meantime, I set up a little job site here. Oil in here, tap here and here. Let it drain. Hold it up. These are like the grip, like the son of a gun. The grip? Yep, I did. Get the lifters and the branch tube out. I hate getting the bottom of the drain pans dirty. Good. Good. These look pristine. See, they look good.
Yep.
That one has a little line in it. See the two little lines?
There's kind of a glare. But yeah, you saw it for a second.
Okay. Good.
Nothing exciting to see there, guys.
Well, this came from somewhere, didn't it? Right, there you go. Well, I mean, it's got a lot of miles on it. Probably the original. It's been collecting crap for a long time. That has to really make the magnet pickup signal be very consistent. I'm sure that does. Yeah. Okay, let's see how much stuff comes out. Let's take this block right now. Should have taken a block heater out. Okay, here we go. We turn this world upside down. Watch, this one take off too. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this one's not the
Oh,
best.
it's all right.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, say bye-bye now. Yeah. There you go. They glued it.
Oh, that's
Where's that washer I dropped?
right there.
Right there. Yep, it's been off. Maybe had
The blue gaskets. That
whatever
felt
they did.
fine.
They did a crap hole job because this was a leaking son of a gun. So they tried as best could, but it just wasn't best enough. This is only to clean it off so I can measure. That way I get a good number off the measurement. Now, arguably, you could install this. This is like, have a good surface. You could call that done and potentially reinstall, like, reassemble everything right here. I mean, that's not all the way there, but we could do it like that. There's still a couple of little spots. But overall, it's pretty freaking good. That works great. But I just want to clean it so that I don't have the dirt that's collected on the top will affect our protrusion measurement. Kind of need to make sure we are actually measuring off the deck. That one's gonna be about 26. Our numbers are way low. So we have plenty of room to surface. We can cut a little bit out, bring that protrusion up. I'd like to see 34, 35 maybe. So we got some room to go. The camshaft backlash is 1/1000ths tight. This one is, let's see, 3 above, 4 below, so we're at 7. So 7/1000ths crankshaft in plate.
So we're taking out number 2. I mean, it's
Noticeably the hardest one.
Yes.
It was the one with the misfire.
It's not liking moving very much.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. A little
Okay,
bit
that was-
more. It's
Noticeably the hardest one.
finally.
Well, let's see. Nope, rings are good. Might have just been carboned up. Something.
Let's look at the lip. Kind of hard to see like this, but I mean, doesn't feel any worse than the others.
Well, let's see how the mains look. The rods didn't look too bad. Okay, let's lift it off. Had some crap go through it.
Ooh.
Wow. Something pretty hefty.
Thought I saw a little sign of something on the low pressure pump.
Bearings did what they're supposed to do. Oh, yeah. No. The couple of little lines on that one right there. Well, there's lines all over it, but none of them that are really catastrophic. Bearing's supposed to be softer. You can polish a minute ridge off the crankshaft, and the bearing kept it from destroying the crank. It's a good deal.
Alright.
Yep.
We didn't see anything overly suspicious, so it must have chewed it up.
Probably a piece of injector or something like that, or a clip, or who knows.
Oh, because it did have one new injector in it, so maybe the other one came apart.
We went through all of them.
Yeah. You can see it better now. Well.
For sure.
Heck. Okay, so crankshaft's out.
Shiny there.
Yeah.
Half of it on this one. Pretty odd. Just wear, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I hit him right here. Just like that.
Yay.
There you go. Bare blocks, crank, cam, all the rods, everything taken apart. Got to get the process going of cleaning. We can inspect in a little bit. Get this going. The block's good. I mean, it's just dirty. Got the bed plate in right now. Julie's doing one more. Pretty much, actually, all the cleaners are running right now. It's Sunday. So let's get it off of here, and I like using this stand. I wanted to use this stand as disassembly only. Nasty engines. That one over there, I'd like to just have fresh engines on. No dirty, nasty, oily, grimy crap coming off of on the other stand. This one can do that. So now let's take it off and go over there and wait in line for the big spray cabinet to get done. That's what's really nice about it. A stand that spins around in the overhead crane is that, like when we go to mount it back to it, look, it's just hanging there. You can just pick it up and it will automatically go to the right level. I guess if you do it right. Yeah. Look at all that black coming over there. This is brand new. Dirty.
Yeah. Well, you guys know it best. He doesn't just like the parts clean, he likes the whole shop clean. So, and he loves the hobby. So why not? Clean the door.
Well, we almost got it all knocked out. Ran out of daylight. Well, almost ran out of daylight. It was freaking nasty though. It's not now, but it's still not dry. See the dark spots? Want to have it dry all the way. Maybe we'll... This might be the first frame we ever left outside. We might just leave it out here and paint in the morning. No use in moving it around. Then all the ground will be dry and we won't have tire marks as we roll it in. Went ahead and yanked the transmission out. Got it all cleaned up. I paint the flanges and then I get overspray on it, but oh well. Be all right. That's cleaned up. And then we're going back here. I think most of all the parts were now disassembled and the dirtiness is gone. Everything is gone for nasty. Like I had all my rain gear on earlier today. And yeah, I think I'm done with that. Now we're to basic machine shopping. Got the heads ready to machine. Just sitting there waiting. My goal would be to have the block ready too. I got a coat of paint on it. Of course, this is just, we're not gonna do this color. I just put, we had some of that paint, so I threw it on. We're gonna put paint to match the color of the truck, I think. Hopefully we do that. But I got a good coat on it right now. It's covered. We're gonna let it sit, and then I'll go back and I'll sand off all the paint. It'll be Just great. Just like the heads are. Heads are freaking wonderful. So we almost got all of our, well, not really. I mean, I wanted to have this painted and hanging, curing, because it needs to be, if it's completely cured and dry, I can sand the paint off real easy. It just comes right off. And then, but I really wanted to have the frame painted and the transmission back in chassis, and it's sitting right here. That's what I wanted, but we're a little behind. I mean, it's probably a good 2 hours. I mean, we probably could stay late tonight. We could go ahead and just get lights out and just paint them, but it's not all the way dry yet, so scratch that. Once we get that sucker painted, we throw the transmission in with our fake engine down here. So that engine right there is to hold the transmission in place, so I don't like storing the transmission around anywhere. I'd rather set it back in chassis. So the frame will be painted, transmission will be painted, all that stuff will be done, and we'll have the fake engine sitting up in it while we're machining the rest of the engine. So we're not all the way done with, I mean, I guess I've been kind of BSing because we got a lot of wire brushing to do to the oil pan and front and the upper oil pan, rear cover. And then those are, I think, just about the last parts. Look at that block heater. That's just about it though, as far as parts needing to be cleaned. And then we're just down to crankshaft and pistons, which I have not touched any of this. To those of you that remember, I like to leave it dirty. It's well protected right now. I have no worries about it. It can sit like this for a long time and not worry about any rust or anything happening. So we'll address that later. I'll get to the engine side of it once we get all the other crap done and set up. So looking good, looking real good. I burnt the last can and got a paint job on it. Put a pretty hard coat on it. I still haven't even measured it. Haven't. We're gonna sand this off maybe tomorrow. I mean, I'd like to get it sanded pretty quick, but it needs to cure. That paint needs to be all the way cured and it'll sand right off. No sweat. Can't wait to see how this front looks, because I did a lot of paint inside of there. I painted the hell out of that. And then when we sand all that off, I think it's gonna look freaking phenomenal. And then we got black cylinder heads to go on top with the basic aluminum rocker box black valve cover. Unless this could just be primer. I don't know. This might just be primer. Engine blocks are a pain in the ass to paint. There are so many different sides and webs, and I think I got it all. I got two pretty fat coats. I got one light coat and then a pretty heavy coat just now. It's wet right now. And maybe it'll be dry tomorrow. This might be a base coat if we go ahead and do the green that the bottom of the truck is. Oh, okay, Trixie got her freaking tail in the paint. It might just be primer, and then we'll just go with the green, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see, but we got everything tore apart. The frame, I'm gonna leave it. Obviously, it's dark. Got the bearings here. Pretty good stuff went through there. I don't know that these are necessarily all lined up. I mean, you can tell by looking at it. I could line them up by looking at it, right? Got that line there. But then there's another one here. This one has two lines. So we could match it back up with the lines in the crankshaft. That's a pretty good one there. Sure is. That'd be all right though. That'd be fine. Haven't checked the bushings yet. They're looking pretty discolored. Let's see if any of them spun. We don't want to have any of them spin. I don't know. Oh, that was a little, that could be a point to look at is on the bottom. If a wrist pin spins, it'll cut material out of the pin boss right around the pin. I don't see none there. But that's where it'll be. It'll be around the inside of the piston, around the pin right there. If this rod bushing spins, that's how you make material if you got a spun bushing. Is it spins around and it's a tapered rod. It's not square. So when it spins, this side is higher than this, so it sticks out and there's not enough room for it in the piston there. So it digs into the side of the piston, throws metal down, and runs all down through everything else. But I don't see any blatant spun. It's dark, it's not time to inspect all that yet. That'll be in a minute. Well, tomorrow, maybe.